All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to day 2 on the Trackhawk. As you can see from the previous video, we got the blower off, we got the front bumper off, we got the front timing cover and everything taken off the Trackhawk. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna work on getting the camshaft replaced with the Titan 2 cam that we have from FRP. To do that, what we're gonna have to do is we're going to take the valve covers off, push rods out, rocker shafts off, so that we can have room and make sure there's no pressure on the lifters to spin the cam to push the lifters up. All right, that's Spicy Mexican said some weird stuff and he ran off. I don't know what's going on. That's his new name, is Spicy Mexican. He is Mexican. I'm not being racist. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get the cylinder heads taken apart on the vehicle. On the Trackhawk. So we're going to go ahead and get the valve covers removed, get the rocker shafts removed, the push rods removed, so I can go ahead and start swapping out the springs. Also, so I can swap out the cam. You have to take those off in order to get the cam out, but we're going to go ahead and get all of that taken care of. Like I said, if this was a higher mileage motor, we would have probably got the heads taken off, got the valves done, everything else. It has 40,000 miles on it, low mileage motor, so we're going to keep the heads on, keep the head gaskets intact. And we're gonna go ahead and get this one knocked out of the park. So, time to go ahead and jump into it. We're gonna remove the valve covers first, and I'll bring you guys along for the trip as we go on this beautiful 3-day build of a Trackhawk. If you haven't done so already, subscribe, and let's jump into it. Alright, so we have a little bit of a problem, but it's something that we can fix. On the Hellcat platforms, this happens a lot. I've done them on the Challengers. I have not done a set of valve springs on the Trackhawks yet, or the Durangos, for to say, in the car. We pulled the heads for them. And unfortunately, that's what we're going to have to do on these too. The valve spring tool that I have, which is very common, sold by a lot of companies, which is for the Hemis, which is this one right here. As you can see, what it does is it goes in here and put it there, and you can compress the valve spring down, replace the valve spring, comes back up. Problem is, because of how tight the engine bay is, I can't actually fit it where it goes right here, so it hits the side. So cylinder heads are getting pulled off now, so we're gonna go ahead and knock that out. Shouldn't take too much longer, but it's another obstacle we have to do, and it'll help us get the spring swapped out faster anyway. So we'll go ahead and pull the heads off. Alright, so change of plans. That's not gonna happen. I know how this goes, and everybody knows the saying, every job is one rusted or strip bolt away from a long job. And this vehicle looks like it might have came from up north somewhere, because the bolts that are holding the converter to the manifolds are rusted together. It's not rounded, but basically when you have the nut on one, or the nut on one side, the bolt on the other side, they're both spinning together, and it's really hard to get something on the square that's on the opposite side that's supposed to be held together. It's not supposed to spin. So instead, I'm going to do it a different way, because I can get to all the valve springs on the driver's side. The passenger side, I can get to all of them but one. One is in the way with the strut tower. So to deviate from that, I'll take the motor mount loose on one side, use the engine crane, and I'll lean the engine up sideways so that I can get to the valve spring on that side that's having an issue. Also, just so you know, if you don't know how to do this in the car, you need a leak down tester, something you can put air in the cylinders with to hold the valves closed while you do this. Otherwise you'll drop a valve in the cylinder and you have a bad day. But I'm gonna get set up to do that now. All right, so that worked. So as you see what I did, I just wrapped one of my big engine straps around the motor mount after I loosened it, put a little block in there to make sure it stays up, lifted it up, and now we have enough clearance to do that spring right there. It's the only one that was a problem. So there, we got it all situated. So now we're gonna go ahead and get that spring replaced, sit it back down, get the rest of the strings replaced, and we'll be good. All right, so as you guys have seen from the videos that we're rolling right now, we're making great progress on the Trackhawk. It looks like we're gonna make it as of now, knock on wood, in time for it to hit the track this weekend. Tomorrow is questionable. They're trying to see if they're gonna let this guy run in the tailgaters class. He's trying to explain to them that his Trackhawk weighs more than the trucks that are racing there. And he's trying to get them to do that. If not, he's driving in the daily driver class. He has his El Camino, his tube chassis car, but it's not ready yet. He's still waiting on it to be finished, which is why he reached out to us and said, hey, whatever we need to do, I need this ready in 3 days. Never done this before for a customer, but we're helping him out, and it's taking a toll on me. I will tell you that, because I am tired. The last 3 or 4 days, I'm probably on a total of 8 hours of sleep. So I've been taking naps here and there, but everything's getting torqued good, everything's getting done right. That's why I'm not super rushing. But as you see here, we have the brand new Pack 1232X springs in. The new Manton push rods are in on both sides. I'm gonna go ahead and get the valve cover set on. We got the new gaskets on the timing cover, the water pump. I got a 180-degree thermostat we're swapping out for that. We're gonna get the AAD tensioner put on here. And then in the morning, I just have to get a belt I won't know the belt size for about another 45 minutes. One of the other techs is on his way to help me put the blower on, because if you don't know me by now, I am disabled. I might not look like it on my videos, but I did serve my time in the military. My back has had 3 surgeries. My whole lower back is fused. I have rods, screws, everything in it. I'm not supposed to pick up over 15 pounds, but loving cars and my profession and my shop, I still stress myself to the max, but there's certain things I just should not do, and I'm trying not to do those, because I'm gonna have another surgery here pretty soon because my back is getting back worse. But while I wait on him, I'm gonna go ahead and slap these valve covers on. And then I'll probably start do the thermostat, a few other things while I wait on him and get the front end start going back together. And then hopefully we can call it a night tonight, not too late. We'll come back in the morning. Ryan from FRP Tuning will be jumping on the keys. He already has sent me a baseline file for it so we can fire it up. And then we're gonna go ahead and get it finally tuned for him to race tomorrow. And then I wanna also take a moment to shout out Boost Mode Racing. If you guys have LS, Hemis, or any of these supercharged vehicles and you need your blower service, you want port work done, you want snouts, fixed, you want new pulleys put on, Boost Mode Racing, Houston, Texas, right over here down the street from me on Wright Road. It's in Jersey Village area. It's very affordable, very quality work. And as you see down here, that is our new pulley that we have from FRP, and he got that put on for us in about 15 minutes. Now, don't expect those timelines, but I appreciate you, bro. Thanks for looking out for us on this build and helping us get this swapped out really quick. I didn't have the time to do it, so I was like, hey, can you do this for me real quick so we can get this rolling? And he knocked it out the park. So like I said, Boost Mode Racing, Houston, Texas. Give him a shout, tell him we sent you. And back to the Trackhawk. We're gonna get these valve covers put on now. All right, so as you saw, we got the valve covers on, and the easiest part of all of it is the supercharger. I'm gonna use my magical brain power, and there it is. Supercharger's back on. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead, finish putting all the wiring together, get everything wired up, get everything torqued down, get the front end back together, so we can call it a night and start tuning tomorrow. right, everybody, so there you have it. 749 rear wheel horsepower is what we had on this dyno, specifically this dyno jet. On average, we see around 590 to 600 rear wheel horsepower stock out of a Trackhawk, which accounts for about a 15 to 18% drivetrain loss if you count the 707 coming out of the engine. So, giving those facts, we've gained about 150 rear wheel horsepower, and with what we were given, the timelines we were given, and what we had on hand, that's the best we could do at the time. The customer understood, and we were all in cohesion with what was going on. He basically said, I need the most power that you can get me in a 2-day turnaround. We didn't have a 10% lower on hand. We didn't have a smaller upper pulley. All we have is a 289 upper in stock. We overnighted some FIC injectors from FRP. We had the Titan 2 cam kit that FRP had in stock that we ran over and grabbed for the car for the Hellcat, as well as that 289 pulley, and we threw it all together in 2 days. We made the deadline. We got it done. It's Friday in this video, and we have everything sorted out, ready for the customer to go to the track. So, what do you guys think? Leave it down in the comment section. Did we hit our target? Was it a good or a bad hit or a miss? Whatever you think. I don't care either way. I mean, it's up to you guys. Leave it in the comment section. Make sure you subscribe before you jump off of this video. And I'll catch you guys here pretty soon on the next one. Y'all have a good one.